What's up everyone, it's Devin here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today we have just a regular Wi-Fi battle against D-Man. I believe the only thing about this team that I used is these were just Pokemon that I shiny hunted in this copy of the game, which I believe I battled in my Ultra Sun. So this is against D-Man. So this is my Jolteon that I sent out. Yeah, so this is going to be a full shiny team of stuff I shiny hunted. Jolteon versus a Solgaleo. So this Jolteon set, this is a very VGC oriented set. So this is Thunderwave, Thunderbolt, Protect, and Shadow Ball with the Focus Sash. Very much a VGC 2012 oriented set. So we're going to get the Thunderwave off turn 1. Solar Beam, interestingly, coming out from the Solgaleo. Not a move you really see on it, like, ever. I went for the Shadow Ball on Solgaleo to see what could happen. Unfortunately for the Solgaleo, the Thunder Wave came through and paralyzed it. So Solgaleo is going to switch out in favor of the Mudsdale. Mudsdale looks like it's a Chinese name, I assume. Shadow Ball not going to do too little. It did about a third to about a third. So I went for the Protect basically to see what the Mudsdale was going to pull out. It has Earthquake, so I was mostly just scouting to see what I would possibly have to face later. So I went for the Shadow Ball again. This Jolteon does have the Focus Sash, so I can actually keep it in pretty well if I need to. So Mudsdale also has the High Horsepower, which was a very interesting thing to see. Jolteon does live on the Focus Sash because I did not take damage from the Solar Beam. Shadow Ball going to come out once again, going to hopefully pick up the KO. Unfortunately, Mudsdale lives on about 1 HP as per usual. Whenever I battle, I swear everything lives on 1 HP, and Mudsdale now going for the Mega Kick for the KO. Very risky final move there. Mega Kick has a very bad accuracy. I think it's 75 chance to hit only. So this is the Alolan Marowak. This, I believe, was Flare Blitz, Shadow Bone, Protect, and Boomerang, maybe? You can see how much damage Earthquake does to it, but this was this has Cursed Body as well. There's the Boomerang. So Boomerang is pretty much to get around Focus Sashes. If they would live on the Focus Sash, I can get around it. So this is the Lunala coming in now. Lunala does outspeed, go for the Moongeist Beam. I think what's the weakest Ghost type move? I think a Lick would take out this Marowak at this point. Cursed Body thankfully disables the excuse me. It disables the Moongeist Beam, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So now I send out my Salamence. This is a Flyinium Z set with Fly. This has Fire Fang. Substitute, and I think it has Dragon Claw. Lunala, interestingly, revealing the Blizzard on this set, which I did not see coming from any way. So, Lunala does get the free one-shot, basically. Now this Mimikyu, this is a complete meme, so I shiny hunted this Mimikyu, and it came out with Modest Nature. Shadow Ball actually took it out. I don't know if that crit actually mattered. This is a special attacking set with Work Up, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Thunderbolt, I believe. Yeah, there's the Work Up. That's pretty much the only way you can raise Mimikyu's special attack is through Work Up. So Solgaleo's back out now. I'm not scared of the Solgaleo because I do have the Disguise up, so I went for a second Work Up. Also, Solgaleo's paralyzed, so it doesn't have a great chance of hitting in general. Solgaleo now, this really had me during the battle. So, something that not everyone does know about Solgaleo, or Mimikyu's Disguise ability, Z-moves do not ignore it. So, whenever you basically Z-move the Disguise, it just breaks the Disguise and Mimikyu takes like no damage, which unfortunately not everyone knows. I think a lot of people learned the hard way during their first playthrough of the game. So now I'm going for the Shadow Ball against the Solgaleo, trying to do a good amount of damage. It actually does take it out in another hit, so That's the Solgaleo down to a special Mimikyu. So now we have, I believe this is the Lapras, yes. This is the Lapras set. I actually swapped out the Mimikyu. I wonder if I did not have Thunderbolt on it at the time. I set out my Latios now. So this Lapras goes for Hydro Pump. Not going to do a ton of damage to Latios, being Dragon type. Lapras does have ice attacks, but I am very confident in my ability to live one. So I'm now going to Mega Evolve. I don't know why everyone hates on green shinies. I think they're honestly really good. Shiny Mega Latios is really good in my opinion. So I get the Psychic off. It does about half HP to Lapras. Ice Beam going to do a lot of damage, but I do live, as I figured I would. I think that was actually a misclick in the battle. I think I hit Recover by accident instead of Psychic. So, yeah, Ice Beam is going to take me out thanks to a misclick. Yeah, that had to be a misclick. There's no way I would be stupid enough to try and recover there, would I? So next Pokemon, this is another shiny, of course. It's my Zapdos. Now this is another VGC-oriented one. This has Discharge, Heat Wave, Tailwind, and Detect with the Electrium Z. So that's coming off of... Wait, no, is it Discharge or is it Thunderbolt? I think it might be Thunderbolt, actually. So this has a very weird EV spread because it is VGC-oriented, so I'm not going to try and read it off. Most of the EV spreads are like max speed and max one of the attacks, or max health and max one of the attacks. Electrium Z does take out the Lapras. Lapras is one of those bulky Pokemon that I honestly wasn't sure about taking out. So now we have the Incineroar coming in. So this is the shiny Incineroar too. Got a shiny of their own on the opposing side with the Intimidate. So very good shiny Incineroar is. A lot of people don't like it. So I set up the Tailwind here just to ensure I can outspeed basically everything. Incineroar, interestingly, going to go for the Darkest Lariat, so that's a very standard move on it, honestly. So this Incineroar going to pretty much be a two-shot. Get the Thunderbolt off on Incineroar. Does not do a ton of damage, unfortunately. It only does about a quarter to a third HP. With the critical hit, just some gravy on top, because we all know that crit mattered. So now we have Mimikyu coming out. Its disguise is busted at this point already. And not really a ton I can do. I do have Dazzling Gleam on this set, as I said, so you can see, unfortunately, it's doing monkeys to Incineroar. Incineroar is going to go for the Darkest Lariat again, does a lot of damage, but Mimikyu does live somehow. But that's going to pretty much be the end of the battle. Dazzling Gleam is not going to do nearly enough. And Earthquake to finish the battle from Incineroar. That's pretty much how it went. Unfortunately, not a great battle, but... well, it was a good battle. Unfortunately, it was a loss. But I think that's just going to be where I call it for that video. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back with more battle videos soon.